am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real.
Well, there's a massive update to this whole story because people were looking for this woman for almost a month. Then they found her, and then a couple days later, she actually responded to all of this. So what's the full story? Well, a little bit over a month ago, this video just went completely viral all over the internet.
Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
Most people just saw this, thought it was funny, and then realized, she's just having a meltdown and probably being the worst nightmare for any traveler. Or, well, second worst nightmare for any traveler because the entire plane had to evacuate. She delayed the plane by hours. You know, overall, just one of the last situations you want to happen while you're on a flight. But we couldn't just leave it at that. No, people with tinfoil hats immediately started saying she saw lizard people and aliens. And I guess timing-wise, it lines up pretty well with the government essentially confirming that UFOs exist. So I mean, who knows? Maybe she did, but all we can really work off is that short video that we saw that was about 30 seconds. Then we also had a bunch of stories online, but it's very hard to verify how true they are. From what I could tell, the lizard stuff was mainly from the text of the original video that went viral. Just in, a passenger of this viral video is stating that this female believes she was sitting next to some sort of reptilian man in a green hoodie on this plane. A male passenger that was sitting 3 rows behind the incident claims that the man in the green hoodie winked at him horizontally after this ordeal. If someone can contact them, I would love to interview this man in the green hoodie or this woman on a Twitter space to debunk this outrageous accusation. And this tweet got like 13.6 million views, so no wonder all these outrageous claims went so viral. And then there was a few different stories that went viral for what they claimed happened on that flight. And it was just proven pretty quickly that they were just outright fake for attention, with one of the funnier ones being some dude claiming that he saw the man that she claimed was not real.
She was having like a full-blown conversation with this dude in the hoodie. He never once said a word to her the whole time. The weird thing was after she left the plane, the dude in the hoodie like looked around the plane and he looked back at me. I realized that when he winked at me and it was his left eye looking back at me, it didn't wink like this. It winked like this.
But since a bunch of people started to clown him, he admitted that was also fake. Surprise, surprise. But then something happened that made me kind of feel bad for the guy because some random dude in a green hoodie who was spotted on a flight, a lot of people circulated a video of him claiming that he was the guy who was not real, with many of them taking it a step further claiming this was the lizard man. And then it was later on confirmed that he was just filmed on a flight before this entire situation happened. So that must have been a very weird day for him to log on to the internet to see a bunch of people on the internet looking for who he is because they think he is a lizard man. But I guess that's just another day on planet Earth because who knows what's gonna happen next? I need sleep. That's what I'm starting to realize from this situation. I mean, not situation, this recording session, that sleep is very important to be able to record well. You know how kids just do this on like with a pencil on a paper? That's how I feel right now. But the main story that people are sharing around is a woman came forward claiming that she overheard an argument between the woman who had the public plane freak out and the man that she claimed was not real. And this was all allegedly over some stolen AirPods. And once that argument got a little bit heated, another woman a couple rows ahead of them stood up and claimed that she was related to this man and she was also an attorney and started yelling at her to not accuse her client or sibling or whoever he was in relation to them for stealing. And that's roughly where that viral video started.
This woman boarded the plane. She was seen drinking before like an AirPod fell out and she accused the man sitting next to her of stealing her AirPods, started yelling, pitching a fit. The flight attendant came over and was trying to calm her down. That's when she starts flipping out, saying that the flight attendant is not real.
And while that could be plausible, the weird thing about it was no one stepped forward, especially with how viral the situation got. The man never came forward. The alleged lawyer never came forward. So we never heard from anyone involved in this alleged argument. So we don't know if this actually happened or not. Then there was some other people on the flight claiming they saw her at a bar, but that in itself doesn't really give us much information because it's fairly normal to go sit down at a bar before you take a flight. What's not normal is having a freak out like that. That doesn't happen every day at the airport. Then some footage leaked to the woman after the whole public freakout thing happened and everyone was evacuated off the plane. And after seeing this footage, I don't think it's about stolen AirPods.
I don't care if I'm ever gonna fly with y'all ever again. I want to know what happens to this flight right here. Do not let that flight leave. Being dead serious. Do not let that flight leave.
That video definitely makes things way more confusing because it seems like she was genuinely scared. And shortly after, people found out who she was and started sharing that she was a 38-year-old marketing executive from Dallas named Tiffany Gomez, or Gomez. And shortly after, she finally responded to all this.
Hi everyone, it's me, Tiffany Gomez, probably better known as the Crazy Plane Lady, which is completely warranted. As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time. First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case. My use of profanity was completely unnecessary, and I want to apologize to everyone on that plane, especially those that had children aboard. Can't imagine going through that and trying to explain to your kid what in the world just happened. We all have our bad moments, some far worse than others, and mine happened to be caught on camera for the whole world to see multiple times. Sorry, trying not to sound like Minnie Mouse. Well, it has been really comical for everyone, and I have highly enjoyed so many of the memes. On the flip side, it is very invasive and unkind. And I don't know what I would do without the love and support of my friends and family. They are loyal to a fault, and I don't know what I did to deserve them. Sorry, y'all. I hope that I can use this experience and do a little bit of good in the world, and that is what I intend to do. I hope that you guys can accept my apology and I can begin to move on with my life.
What's a little bit surprising about her response here is she's not really telling us what happened on the plane. I feel like she's leaving so much room for speculation by not addressing what actually happened, because the reason most people wanted to hear from her in the first place was to find out what happened, what caused this reaction. But I mean, as far as apologies go on YouTube, that was a great apology. She took accountability right away and she apologized for her actions. But unfortunately, because she didn't really address what happened, a lot of people are not satisfied with that. And naturally, that started a whole new wave of speculation with people claiming that it's not the same person. This is a new version of Tiffany Gomez coming out claiming that she's the one. Like this image. Yeah, I have no reason to believe that the video we just saw was not the woman on the plane. The angles are different. Different cameras are used in the apology compared to the original film video. And I think on the plane, she was not wearing makeup, while in the apology video she was. Or at least on the plane she had a more minimal look. But that was far from the only viral post questioning all this, with one saying, "You buying this is the same person?" And meanwhile, the community notes say, "This user has digitally manipulated the second image to enlarge the woman's breast for some reason." Why? Why are you guys like that? Overall, it's just an unfortunate situation. I feel bad for everyone who was on that flight. That must have just been a terrible day of traveling because of that one instance. I also, in a way, feel bad for Tiffany as well, because there's just been this prolonged search for her of a bunch of people trying to figure out what actually happened. And there's definitely a lot of wild speculations in what she saw on that plane. But other than that, YouTube thinks you're gonna enjoy this video, so I recommend checking it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.